What's good, Wagering World? It's your boy Five Star in Vegas, broadcasting live as always from beautiful Summerlin, Nevada. In here with my co-host, my guy, the only Sacramento Kings fan I know. What's good, Spreader Star?
Not much. Beautiful day out here in California. A little rain in Charleston, right? They had rain
Yeah.
yesterday. Tried to get the matches on this morning. Madison Keys got through one set and they're running off the court again. So I'm wondering how this tournament's going to go here as the rain continues to plague them in South Carolina.
Oh, it's jinky, man. It's clay, clay season, how that shit is, man. It's always so much rain, delaying these matches and things like that. We're doing with the same thing in over in Bogota. It's
Mm-hmm.
rain all week. There's forecast on and off the court. So we got that going on there and in Charleston. But as I say, it's April. You know that clay season is always like that. They're out there. They got these guys and ladies out here trying to play in the middle of these storms, and it's already clay, so it's just mud. You have to wait some more extra days to kind of dry the mud. It's just crazy, man. It's I hate those schedules. I'm not really a clay season guy. I hate really betting clay games, man, because it makes people who are normally good on grass and hard court play a little bit different. As
Yeah.
Medvedev, Medvedev goes on out there just is like, man, the hell with this, man. He doesn't even try on clay. Like, man, these my sneakers are getting dirty. But yeah, we got Charleston this week, and we'll be hitting you guys with some WTA as hopefully the weather clears up over the rest of the week, and we can get some matches in. Let's get to yesterday's news, man. We got to stop this, man. It's the second week we started slow, man, and we had two horrible beats on both sides. Let's get to yours first.
Yeah, Memphis Grizzlies, man, plus 5.5, looking great all the way up to the last second. Then they tie the game, and you never like that when you're grabbing points with the road team.
Oh my
You
goodness!
never want to go to
No
overtime.
overtime,
Yeah.
please. I'm big. Like, don't win the game.
And so, on Monday, I could say, like, hey, I flubbed the pick. It was a bad pick. This one I definitely felt good about, just didn't go my way. So the
Yeah.
Grizzlies didn't get done, but I'll look to get back on track tonight.
And with mine, Brandon Ingram with his second straight horrible performance, I was really thinking he would bounce back this game. Um, as we know, he has that type of little attitude. He's a different type of guy, kind of quiet, uh, kind of introvert. And I thought he was going to step up really big with them attempting to clinch a playoff spot last night and have his best game of the season. He didn't. He shot 5 of 15. He got to 17, but he still fell about 5 points short of where the goal was. He got the looks. He played the most minutes out of anyone on the team. He played 34 minutes. He just couldn't get any shots to fall. Somehow Jackson Hayes scored more points than him this game. He scored 23 points. It was just one of those kind of funny type games. I don't know if I didn't watch much of the game. I was in and out on it. I did give out to my clients the -8, and we were able to cash that. But I didn't watch a lot of it. It was so late of a game. I had been doing stuff all day, so I was kind of a little too tired and had a couple other things to do with some writing assignments where I didn't really get to peek in. And did you watch the Kings that night, last night against the Pelicans?
I had it on, but I'll be honest, I after the first half, so I had first half over. Pelicans team total first half over. After I cashed those, I kind of said, okay, I'm done with this. The Kings are so terrible. It's just not fun for me as a fan at this point in the season. And then of course we'll have the off season, and everyone will get their hopes up, and they'll fail again because their owner has no idea what they're doing.
They're coming to Vegas, man. I'm telling you, the Las Vegas Kings is in the
It's
works.
not going to happen because they're locked into like a 30-year deal. They just built this arena 5 years ago.
Oh
Maybe
God.
even 4 years ago. I just can't see. It's really a shame that they allow Vivek Ranadivi to own this team because it's one of the nicest arenas in the league. You
Well,
go, it's so much fun.
nice.
It's just built beautifully. It's right in the middle of downtown. Um, so they're going to stay. The problem is they're just going to be bad forever because this guy constantly tries to win now, and that's not how you do things in the NBA. Look at what Houston's doing, right?
Yeah.
They got rid of everyone. They got 4 first-round picks, and I remember I sent you that tweet last night.
Yeah.
You could argue that he hit on all of them. You get
Great
multiple
job.
first-round picks, and you hit on these picks, and these guys come up together. You don't mix a 20-year-old with a 25-year-old with a
No,
29-year-old, right? I
no,
mean, you let the guys come up together, and you watch what Houston's doing, and you can say, oh, yeah, well, their record's worse than the Kings. It's not going to be in 2 years. In 2 years,
no.
they're going to be running the league, and the Kings are still going to be in the same spot they're in right now.
Yep, because they're building the chemistry right now, and Raphael Stone, as you said, knocked it out the park on his drafts, and he has now another cupboard full of drafts. And with the Nets not performing too well, that's going to be a good pick as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so the Rockets have done a great job with a quick rebuild. Very proud of my organization for how they handled that. I actually went to Arco, the old arena in
Oh,
South
yeah,
Carolina.
that was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
years ago, we went out there. I was out in Cali, and a couple friends and we all went and seen the Kings and the Lakers game. But yeah, man, I didn't know that they were locked in for 30 years. So maybe then they're gonna do maybe the NBA is probably gonna do two new teams.
Expansion. I
Then
think it's an
yeah, expansion
expansion. I
teams
think
and
they'll
go
expand to
because
Seattle.
Seattle is definitely getting
Yeah.
one, and we're definitely getting one out here
Yeah.
in Vegas.
And there's only
Definitely.
30 right now, so 32 works.
That'll be perfect. They probably
Yeah.
spread them around and put them somewhere, and they probably realign the divisions and stuff. But definitely Vegas is getting a team, and I'm looking forward to it. I was wanting to know also, lastly, before we move on to the ball and parlay, were they playing Brandon Ingram funny? Or were they doing something weird to make him get
No.
off his game? He just was missing shots.
He was I would that over should have been done by the third quarter if he would have hit his
Okay,
open shots. So
got you. I
it was
thought
just
so. 'Cause
another rough night for him.
Okay, cool. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I can live with that then. I can live with that then. Okay, guys, so we turn the page, trying to get to ball and parlay for the day so we can get you guys back on track and get back to our winning ways. We've had 11 straight winning weeks on this show, and we don't plan to have it stop at 11. We're looking for 12 this week. Got an 0-2 start on Monday, but it's okay. We got the whole week to catch up and get ahead because we win the weeks and we win the months. It's not about just the day. Who you got in ball and parlay spread?
All right, I'm taking another contrarian pick. We watched the Brooklyn Nets play last night against hey, you're Houston Rockets, and the Houston
Yeah.
Rockets were able to cover the spread. It was a fun game, and they got up and down the floor because that's how Houston plays, right? They like to run, and it was a high-paced game, right? So now the Nets got the easy win. I'd say even for the win and the cover, neither ever really seemed in doubt because it was plus 17 for the Rockets. The
Yeah.
game hovered between like 8 and 12 the whole time. So it was like, well, the Nets are going to win, the Rockets are going to cover, right? But they ended up, because the Rockets did make that late push, to keep it on them. They played their full minutes for Irving and Durant. Now they go to New York to take on a Knicks team who, let's face it, this is the only game they're going to care about for the rest of the season. Their
Yep.
season is over. It's a disappointment. So now all they really have is this bragging rights style game. Now, are they going to beat the Nets? I don't know, but they're catching 5 points at home. It's in Madison Square Garden, and I like the way that the Knicks will be able to attack the Nets defense, which is, of course, defensive rebounding. The Nets made a move to address that by adding Andre Drummond, and he's a fantastic rebounder, but they have to sacrifice offense when he's on the floor, right? So the Knicks will be able to force them to put Drummond out there, which means they can't just completely run away with the game on the offensive end. Another contrarian play here, but the Knicks don't need the game, the Nets do, but I'm going to take the Knicks plus 5.
Okay, so spreads rolling with the Knicks. I looked at that earlier today. I was a little bit confused by the line, but it makes sense to me. I also looked at another contrarian play. I took a glimpse at was the Clippers plus 2.5 against Phoenix is standing out to me, betting it early because I don't think Phoenix is going to play anybody. What do they have to play for? They just knocked out their nemesis, the Lakers. They're locked in first place. I don't see them playing anyone tonight. What about you?
Yeah, that'll be curious. I haven't seen anything on the injury report yet for that game. Let me double check because we know this stuff, moves quickly here. Um, so they put all their guys as questionable.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
The whole starting 5 is questionable.
Yeah, none of them are playing tonight, man. They're gonna get that game to the Clippers, and as you know, the Clippers have a very good backups, very good bench, to play if it comes down to that situation. And I don't see Phoenix pushing too hard for that game. I think it's going to be more like them kicking it in LA, tonight and having a good time together as a team. And we're just getting through this game. The main thing, then I think Coach Williams is going to be stressing in pregame is hey, no injuries, because they're getting ready to prepare for a run. They're focused on trying to win that championship for CP3 and for Coach Monty Williams, and they have a very good chance of doing it. So Fred is going to take the contrarian play. The Knicks with nothing to play for, +5 at home against their nemesis, the Nets. Like he said, this is going to be their championship game for the rest of the season since they're eliminated. So they'll be very, very inspired for that game. They always give the Nets a hard time. I'm going back to my player props. I got to ride with my guy, Luka Doncic. We're going to go with Luka over 28.5. Luka's my favorite player to watch right now in the NBA, man. He's made such a transition and improvements in his game since Jason Kidd came over. Before Carlisle didn't know what to do with him. Carlisle's an older coach who was just trying to adapt and catch up with the new style of the game. So I believe that what he did was he saw the success Harden was having and knew what type of talent that Luka had, the size kind of similar to Harden, and the one-on-one game. And he kind of put him in some bad situations last year with Luka doing a lot of one-on-ones as the clock was running down and having to throw up step back threes from 40 feet and having just a little bit too much rain in the offense. I love how Jason Kidd is harnessed in that offense. He's kind of showed Luka how to, pick his spots, how to get the team more involved, and how that makes it easier for him on offense. He's going to break a record. The team record is Mark Aguirre had 6 consecutive 30-point games, and Luka can tie that tonight, and I think he'll know about that. They have a lot to play for. Dallas is still fighting it. If they win tonight, they get 50 victories. That's a significant feat. They haven't done that since the Dirk days in 2014. And also, I truly believe that with them trying to get the home court advantage, Luka's going to play most of this game. Detroit, hopefully for our sake, that Detroit kind of stays in the game a little bit. They've been playing pretty well. Hopefully they can stay in long enough where Luka can play the whole game, because the worst thing could happen for us is Dallas goes up 30 in the third quarter and they set him down the rest of the game and he has like 20 or something, But if he plays the full game, I don't have any doubts that Luka's going over 28.5. He's averaged 32 points in his last 4 or 5 games. He's going to get the shots he wants. I mean, who did Detroit have to put on him? So I really like Luka to going over 28.5. He's motivated by several factors. The main one being that Dallas does have something to play for. They're attempting to get home field advantage in the first round of the playoffs. Also, he's motivated by breaking a franchise record. He knows that record that Aguirre has. I'm sure the stats people in Dallas have told him, and I'm sure Jason Kidd has put him to the side and let him know, hey, man, you're going for a franchise record tonight if you get your 30. So hopefully with J. Kidd being an ex-player and knowing how important these milestones are, he'll let him stay in the game to reach the 30 so he can match Aguirre's record and will benefit from it. So today on Ball and Parlay, we're going with the Knicks +5, and we're going with Luka Doncic, my MVP, over 28.5. Anything for the people spread before we get out of here?
No, that's it. I want to get back to this winning, man. That was a rough one last night, man. I thought I was just really disappointing there. Then down by 1. The guy just needs to make 2 free throws and it's over. And unbelievable they couldn't get it done. So
hey, that's
what happens when we're doing this. So,
but we love it because guess what? The people who follow us daily, and shout out to all of the new members of the Supreme Clientele. I appreciate you all, man. Let's just keep working. Let's all, continue to move forward and let's continue winning. This is great lessons for the people who follow the show. It's great lessons seeing things like this that we as professional sports bettors, we're kind of immune to now. You got to learn to take those type of L's and just take them as lessons and move on to the next one, because there's nothing you can do about it. You were on the right side the whole way. I thought Memphis was going to win the game money line.
I thought they're going to win straight up. Yeah.
I took them in game +200, so it just was really jinky. When they got to OT, I knew we was going to be in trouble because of that magical 6 numbers. That's a key number in basketball because the 2 positions. But hey, we move on. Tonight, you're going to get the Knicks +5. I'm going to hit Luka over 28.5, and we'll be back to our winning ways, guys. You can follow my guy Spread at Spread Astaire on Twitter, and also his YouTube. Subscribe to it. It's going to be Spread Astaire. Mine is going to be 5-Star in Vegas Sports Investment. Subscribe to my YouTube, and on Twitter, I'm at 5-Star in Vegas, spell out the 5. We appreciate you guys. We're here on SCOON TV Monday through Friday for you guys. It's the best 15 minutes in sports betting. We'll continue to give you guys great information, and we hope that you continue to use it and be successful. Best of luck to y'all. We'll see you tomorrow.